Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here, man. Let's sit here and chill out for a minute. Talk about this craziness that's been going on. And everybody's like, man, Cino, where you been at? Let's hear this, man. I wanted to see you get in this. I'm like, one, I don't have no dog in this fight. But I feel like people are being, taken advantage of, to say the least, because there's a lot of things that's being said that just isn't true. And once people are trying to see or trying to reach an agenda or get to a certain spot like they feel safe at, then that's when you start having all of this delusion happen. And once this delusion of grandeur start taking place, people was like, oh, I could just recreate my whole history. They start going in that direction. And it don't make any sense. Because it's like, dog, this isn't like the Spider-Man movie when Doctor Strange made everybody forget who you are. It's like, dog, we know. There's people out here that still know. All right. Now, Memphis Bleek made some statements, right? He went on the Breakfast Club and made some statements. And when he made some statements, it kind of went left. So people wanted to see where this whole thing was starting from. Yeah, I didn't have time to dance around with a thumbnail today. I said, let's get to it. Now, I'm trying to get this thing right so y'all can see it. Now, this is what Murda was talking about.
Niggas that be in the shelter. And 50 said 1 year, these niggas will be in the shelter.
Who's niggas? Niggas is Yayo and Murda in 2026 right now. So when you saying shit like that, niggas, you taking a shot at me. And I'm definitely gonna shoot back.
Now, Murda, think about this, right? When you look at everybody Fifth Health, we could name Casanova. That was signed to him too.
Shout out to my brother
Casanova.
Casanova, man.
Used to tell us, yo, y'all niggas treat me good over here.
Definitely.
He was getting in clubs. He didn't have to. You had to sneak in a Jay-Z brunch. Come on, you know, free Casanova. But it's the truth. That was your artist, and 50 was looking out for him.
Now, that's just an example of them giving the things of what they believe, what was the situation over there. Now, I could give you a lot of different takes on this, because when he started talking crazy about them, it really got Uncle Murda hot to where he blew a gasket when he was on $1 million worth of game. Because to him, it was like, you of all people should never be having this conversation with him.
Give me another meal, man. Something else on the menu.
All right, Cat, humble like you guys do. Because I know a lot of people don't got it. It's not about why are we talking? Yo, Yayo don't wear the passport chain. Well, 50's not around. Why are we talking about chains? That's all I'm saying. I don't see y'all niggas got plenty of money. Y'all buy cars and watches like rich people do. Niggas ain't really talking about change. Yo, you don't have the passport chain. Niggas is watching it. Because what it was is Yayo came back from the dead. Yayo got a second win, and niggas can't stand it. Sometimes it could be a nigga that's around me that can't stand it. Yayo got a second win on his own without 50. I went on Vlad. Yo, you bugging. I went on $1 Million a Game. That took me there. I went on Shannon Sharp. I went on all these big platforms by myself and sold my personality just like y'all do. But niggas are going to continue to hate. You had your one day on stage with Jay, which is cool. Feel good.
Would you be to elaborate? Would you be what day on stage?
It was one day on stage with Jay. This cool. So I know you're going to feel good about yourself, want to pump out your chest. Then you want to sell a record.
What you mean when Jay just performed?
Yeah, when Jay just performed.
Oh,
he had one day out. You know, we do that with 50 every other week. I'm not supposed to go out and get the money. We on a private jet. We eating smoked duck. We chilling.
Yo, you can't listen. Give me another meal, man. That's something else on the menu.
All right, Persian caviar. We eat
Yeah, he switched it up. See, I gotta even switch
We
this shit up.
chilling. I never see. I'm a humble nigga. I
Duck look
never
like it'd be
thought. I'm a
crazy.
nigga that never thought I was gonna leave the hood.
He's a smoked.
So for me, I be still amazed meeting people. Like we go play. Oh shit,
Persian
fucking
caviar.
Jim Carrey right here. Oh
Yeah.
shit, Fifth got us in the room with fucking Nino Brown,
Right.
Wesley Snipes. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We doing so much shit. Oh shit, fucking Nelson Mandela right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. The rooms. All right, cool. Niggas blew a couple of shots at him. He might feel like, oh shit, wow, this nigga saying that. What businesses you have? This is my business right here. Unit Dispensary. It's between Queens and Nassau. We deliver. We've been open for a while now. Shout to Murda. We have our own businesses. We doing our own thing. Niggas would be surprised.
I'm gonna say this.
I just
Now, here's the thing. While that came up, right? Bleek was like, this dude is proving my point. But Tony Yayo has always been out here doing things. When you see 50, you've seen the unit. I've never seen Jay with Rockefeller like Fifth was with G Unit. What 50 did with G Unit, Jay-Z would never have done. Think about it. Beanie Siegel album. Rock Nation. Where's Jay? Jay ain't nowhere to be found with these dudes. Freeway. He on one song. That's it. He's not featured with these dudes. It was like, look, it's supposed to be Rock La Familia, but we ain't familiar. You know, everybody wants to be the mobster, the family, but he was looking at it from a money perspective. Hey, yeah, I'm live now. Now I was returning your call back. I'll call you when I'm through. All right. Yeah. So once again, it's on. So he's sitting there saying, Jay to State Property, who he named State Property, he threw them on Benny Siegel. He basically threw Myth Bleek out there too. Like, Bleek, go on and do something. Bleek was running around with Dame them. He was in State Property doing State Property movies. Then when the split happened, of course, he gonna run over there with Jay.
don't gotta make announcements because I know.
He said, I'm glad you came in. I'm glad you clearing a lot of this up with the
what stripes niggas got.
Go businesses, you know what I mean?
We're gonna talk about what stripes niggas got too next.
He said something pertaining to YouTube murder about if
he said something about me.
If
I ain't hear this.
Oh, you did? Oh,
no, I didn't know you said something about me.
Maybe
Damn,
it wasn't
Bleek,
you.
You talking about me?
No, maybe it wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
If 50 stopped fucking with niggas for a year, it'll be over.
Nigga, I will be in a trap. What is you talking about? If I can't, I'm still a street nigga. I'm not on Jay-Z, Nas and them level. It's cool. I was making money before. Like niggas would be like, yo, was a pack pumper. No, nigga, I was getting money on 134 and God Brew.
Let me say this.
You can ask nigga.
Let me say this. Let me just say this.
Now, hold on, let me say
hold
on. I know like as far as niggas do got a successful weed dispensary business. And I know Bleek said he got a restaurant. I don't mind. We can do this too. We could go. Let's see what you made last month, and we can show we made last month, and we could continue to do month for month to see who's making more money as far as that business is concerned. We could go business for business as far as that, right? And we could go Bitcoin for Bitcoin because I got a bunch of those too. So as far as me being back in the hood, that would never happen. And we could show houses too. I got a pool. We could show who houses flyer and all type of shit. We could do that. We could go Bitcoin for Bitcoin. Hold on. Fuck all that. We could go Bitcoin for Bitcoin. We could do this. And not to mention, we got a nice check from Valium to even do this podcast shit. Right, we getting paid like real good money to do this podcast shit, and on top of that,
fastest growing podcast.
And on top of that, I heard him talk about he put out because I didn't know he was talking about me. Like I'm surprised. We both from Brooklyn. I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
I'm gonna retract that.
I'm surprised. But no, hold on.
I just thought he said.
I'm surprised. He was talking about me like, damn, nigga. But on top of that, shout out to Ghazi and Nima. That's Empire. I just did a deal with them for 7 figures, nigga, with my music. So I get paid to put out music as well. So
Uncle Murda puts out 1 song a year. 1. Uncle Murda put out like 1 song a year. And everybody, it got more attention than Bleek's whole catalog. Everybody, every year when it gets to New Year's, they always want to hear what Uncle Murda for to say. So we unpacking it now, and then we finna really let it go. Because people need to hear this, because it's crazy. What they actually saying is crazy. What Bleek is talking about and all this. And it's going to bring all of this around full circle. So I'm just letting everybody get it out, and then we'll get to
as far as I got to deal with Empire, I get paid to put out music, right? My dispensary is doing fucking great. Shout out to my niggas Mo, West, the whole indoor, the unit dispo, right? We getting podcast money as well. And the nigga get a whole lot of fucking money with 50. It's great to perform with 50.
All over the world?
All over the fucking world. It's great to perform with 50 all over the world. A nigga damn near perform with 50 probably at least 10 to 12 times out the month. That's what you call a bag. Niggas is hustling. Niggas don't depend on 50, but niggas get money with 50. And I salute that and I appreciate that nigga like a motherfucker. And fucking with 50 creates other opportunities to get money. That's how it was easy to get the dispo and things of that like that. So it's a blessing to fuck with this nigga 50. But the nigga don't, the nigga's not depending on 50 to get no money. Like, what the fuck is niggas talking about? Is niggas crazy, man?
Hustling.
And the only Bleek, and fuck all that, hold up, man. And the only, hold up, man. And the only Bleek verse I ever fucking like is the one that Jay-Z wrote, nigga. The only Bleek verse I ever like is the one that Jay-Z wrote. I ain't never like a Bleek verse that he wrote by himself. Fuck out of here. Niggas ain't no Memphis Bleek fans like that neither, nigga.
All right, yo, look.
But damn, I'm surprised you talked about
all
me,
right,
Bleek.
now look. I ain't gonna look.
So Murda was hot. Now, the reason that Murda is hot is because he already know what I know. So while going through these progressions, you know, this is great because Memphis Bleek is using this as publicity for his podcast show. You know, and when you have a podcast show that's built on just, okay, we're going to tell these wild stories. Okay, that's cool. But then what happens when those wild stories fade out? And then you actually got to have what's called substance. When people got to go and fall back on substance. Now you stuck out here. Now, Murda just went viral for what he said. So Bleek go and run the tax stone. A man that's in jail. You gonna run the tax to talk an interview with Tax, who in jail, talking about Uncle Murda. I thought that was corny. I thought that was corny. I'm like, why wouldn't you go and do it on your platform or somebody who's out here popping? Tax is in jail. If a dude's in jail, I'm not finna do an interview with him so he might say something to get himself more time. He already in there for something stupid.
The only Bleek verse I ever liked is the one that Jay-Z wrote. I ain't never like a Bleek verse that he wrote by himself. The niggas ain't no Memphis Bleek fans with my music. So I get paid to put out.
Oh, these niggas got children? Yeah, that didn't make any sense, y'all. So I can see why Uncle Murda went off the way he went off. But now we got Memphis Bleek hooking up with Tax Stone. Those of you that don't know who Tax Stone is, man, he's been around a long time, a very long time. He was a former podcaster out here that was actually making a lot of noise and opened up a lot of doors in this podcasting field, right? He's now serving federal prison time. Okay, salute to Tax Stone and everything he got going on. I haven't heard or seen anything from him in a while, but I did come across this recording of him and Memphis Bleek.
Now, what was said that triggered Uncle Murda's latest response?
I don't know.
Uncle Murda went off. He said that you don't got no money. He got more businesses than you, and he's just out here wilding.
I guess what they say when you got the business transaction, what the wire must have hit, the G-Unit wire hit. They said, yo, to get that Bleek wire hit. So he went off.
Get that Bleek wire?
The Bleek wire transition went through. He looked at his phone and said transaction complete.
Go off?
Yeah, they dropped the Bleek wire back. So he went off.
So what he's basically saying is, yeah, the G-Unit wire came through. So Uncle Murda got active. See, I don't think that was actually the thing there. I guess he's trying to be funny or what it is. And he also made sure as soon as he seen what Uncle Murda did, he said, he's tight. I got one. He got none. He better go get one. I'm just saying, this is what Memphis Bleek is actually saying.
90s, you know what I mean? Of course, Yayo knows 50, but Uncle Murda is like Uncle Murda's like new. He came in. When did he start with G-Unit?
Uncle Murda might have started with G-Unit, what, like 5 years ago? You remember the cartoon, The Transformers?
Yeah.
You my age. You remember the Transformers?
Yeah.
Murda is the version of the GoBots becoming a Transformer.
He made his point very clear.
Jay, it's like some shit like from all the way back from your neighborhood, from the 90s, you know what I mean?
So most of y'all don't even know who a GoBot is or what GoBots is, but GoBots was the other cartoon out before before the situation. Shouts out to Harlem Legend for giving his take on it. And this man said that he gave Uncle Murda his shot.
Of course, Yayo knows 50, but Uncle Murda is like Uncle Murda's like new. He came in. When did he start with G-Unit?
Uncle Murda might have started with G-Unit, what, like 5 years ago? You remember the cartoon?
You don't got no money. He got more businesses than you, and he's just out here wilding.
I guess what they say when you got the business transaction, what the wire.
Bleek is actually
like the cruise with y'all with both the Rock Nation and the G-Unit thing. I know 50 throw shots at Hove or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't get it because it's like with you and Jay, it's like some shit like from all the way back from your neighborhood, from the 90s, you know what I mean? Of course, Yayo knows 50, but
he's repping G-Unit. So if you say something about one, you say something about all. It is what it is. The law, I think it was warranted the way that Memphis Bleek was going in. I don't know if this is a promo run. I don't know what he's doing at the end of the day. I know Jay-Z is looking at all this foolishness. I got to be real. I wonder what's his reaction. And full on Memphis Bleek for, some of the words that he was spewing around social media about G-Unit, about him, think about the kind of money that these guys is bringing in performing 12 times a month with 50 Cent. Yeah, he's eating on private jets. Hey, look, a lot of people will want that for their career. He didn't.
Well, Jay said he got signed.
Something about me, nigga.
Don't worry.
I ain't with that shit.
Yo,
Niggas
look.
talk about I ain't with it.
I said,
I ain't with it.
If
A nigga
Can I
be
say
back in the hood is
something?
crazy,
He was talking
nigga.
about me.
He was a former podcaster out here that was actually making a lot of noise and opened up out. But I did come across this record. He says he got that G-Unit check. That's the only reason why he's acting like this.
Now, enough of it. He also stated that he's the one that got Uncle Murda signed with Rockefeller. And now we can start to really unpack all this. And we got some of the stuff out. Right. Now, let's unpack it. Now, while we're trying to go back to the beginning, most people don't know Uncle Murda had a record deal with Jay-Z because they never put out an album. At this time, and this is why I hate when they tell the story wrong. And they say it for a look or a flex. But let's get it into its proper perspective. Listen, Memphis Bleek I say this with all sincerity. You took a Green Lantern tape or somebody's DJ's tape to Jay-Z. He heard it and said, "Oh, who's that dude?" He was like, "Oh, it's this new cat from Brooklyn." And then Jay signed you. Bro. When you said that, I just put my head in my hand. Like, really, dude? Listen. Your boy Jay had problems with Terror Squad. At that time. He had problems with Terror Squad and Joe, Fat Joe. He was beefing with Harlem. You don't have no weight in the street. Jay ain't got soldiers like that in the streets. Let's get real. Let's get real with what happened. He signed Uncle Murda, and he signed True Life. Do you want to tell the real story here? Or do you want to really tell the real story here? Because you act like he couldn't get a deal. 50 tried to sign him then. Chris Lighty manages 50, and he was managing Uncle Murda. Chris Lighty tried to get him in G Unit. Fifth wanted to sign him and put him in G Unit. They had a meeting and everything. Uncle Murda said, I don't want to be G Unit. I'm GMG. You know, it looked like it would look crazy if I don't mind being signed to the label, but I want to be GMG. So I don't want to be in G Unit. And Fifth said, well, that's a mistake on his part. All right, well, good luck doing what you do. Get it how you want to get it. So he went there and said, I don't want to be G Unit. And Chris Lighty told him, man, you shouldn't have did that. That was a horrible move. And so while that happened, and he's like, hey, Jay-Z trying to sign the Brooklyn dude. Jay catch wind of all this. So he want to sign Uncle Murda based on that fact. Like, oh, I got him because of what happened with Beanie Siegel. Well, that was later. But it was before that anyway. Fifth was trying to sign Beanie Siegel. So he wanted like make it look like he took Uncle Murda from Fifth. It got nothing to do with you, Bleek. Plus, he needed street soldiers. He know Murda got the hood, got dudes in the hood. True Life, get him some bread. Y'all signed to the label. But now, yeah, Dipset, I got somebody for you. True Life. Fat Joe, here we go. Murda. I got Uncle Murda and his people. This is what Jay does. When he gets in trouble, he signs people. He'll sign some people and say, hey, y'all beef with them. Hey, Fat Joe them, I got Uncle Murda them. Yeah, y'all beef with them. Now, I'm good. That's how Jay does. That's how your boss did. That's why he paid 7 figures to Uncle Murda to put out one song. And they never really rapped together ever again. And that one song, he's dissing Fat Joe on. The one song is like, I'm going to diss Fat Joe on this song that I got with Uncle Murda. Nothing's going to come of it. It's just to let them know, hey, I'm with Uncle Murda now from Brooklyn. So now Brooklyn can know Jay still connected in the streets. And y'all know I got some protection. So if you see GMG, y'all know they part of Rockefeller. You see how that works? So it's got nothing to do with I brought a record to him. He heard. How many times have you brought a Bleek? How many times did you bring rappers to Jay? Or say, oh, this dude nice. Jay from Marcy Project. Yeah, how many Marcy Project soldiers are out there, dog? Jay-Z wasn't even hustling at Marcy. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? He didn't make his bones in the New York streets. was way too hot for that. They were way out in Trenton. It was too much competition. It was too heavy, too thick, too many crews doing what they do. Nobody's taking nothing from Marcy, saying Marcy, but Marcy ain't finna ride for Jay. Like the whole Marcy. Come on, Jay's called us. Nah. You need people that's established in this thing on the mic too, because they want to rap and battle on the mic. And they gonna go into them clubs and rip the club up, get into stuff. Jay ain't gotta be there at all. That's what he do it for. So this ain't had nothing to do with that. This is all about dealing with Jay stuff. And Murda was like, I should have took the 50 Cent deal. So now, years later, it comes all the way around full circle. Uncle Murda is now finally back where he should have been 10, 15 years ago. This is where he should have been. He should have been here. Dog, that was 2005. I think they signed Uncle Murda. Rockefeller ended in 2005. And they split up and became Rock Nation or Rock whatever. They split up around then. What was it, 2007? I think that was about the end of it. Memphis Bleek was gone by then. He was at home, sitting down. Bleek ain't put out an album in years. What Memphis Bleek mixtape you heard? Dude, you got walked into a deal. You came out your house. Jay-Z said, learn this rap. And if you learn this rap, you gonna be with me. That was it. You ain't never went to a show, tried to turn the place out, 1 2 1 2. You weren't doing anything like that, bro. Stop. I was the first one to tell people Jay-Z was writing for Memphis Bleek. It's in my Truth Behind videos. I didn't think it was a secret. Anybody can tell you wasn't writing those early verses. When I heard It's All Right, I knew you didn't write that verse. In the middle of the war, rocking the vest, I'm the illest shorty alive, I confess. I take lie to the chest, and I swear that I'll be blazing the mic until the day I rest. Now, if you real like I'm real, you can provide the rest. I said, this don't sound like Memphis Bleek. Everything that I'm doing, it is coming from the brain, not the heart. I'm doing my part, stressed out. I'm just about the best out. Anybody realer than me, they in a mess or with their chest out. I said, stop. Did he just say anybody realer than him is in a mess sore with their chest out? Yeah, Jay-Z wrote that. He wrote this whole verse. I knew right then and there. The flow, all of it was Jay. I said, there's no way Memphis Bleek from Marcy Projects know what a mess sore is. I knew right then and there. I know from the flow, but I know from right then and there. I don't think you even had an album out then. The flow gave it away. Plus, it's certain things that he said. I'm like, dude, Memphis Bleek from Marcy Projects, the chances of him knowing what a mess sore is, I'm like, wait a minute. Do you got family in the Navy or something? They in the Navy. I said, oh, he don't know what he talking about. I was always thinking about the rap battle and the rap beef, but I look at it like Uncle Murda had about 20, 15 mixtapes. Uncle Murda was all over the streets. Uncle Murda had one fan in this world that as soon as he heard Uncle Murda, he knew what time it was. That was me. I've been talking about Uncle Murda since 2008, and it didn't stop. Y'all was going Wayne and Drake crazy. I was playing Uncle Murda. Everywhere on the date, I played Uncle Murda. He sound crazy. I was like, I know, ain't he great? she had to deal with it. She had to deal with it. It was not going to change. Memphis Bleek was like 19, 20. Memphis Bleek rap flow was decadent. His rap style was pretty much fluent early on, but then it went away from that. When he started writing his own stuff, it was so basic and bland. Blinky Blink tried to battle you in a club. You remember the Harlem World dude, Blinky Blink? Harlem World, Blinky Blink. He wanted to battle Memphis Bleek in a club, and he backed out. Didn't want to rap battle. Bleek got scared. Now, Bleek is a cool dude. Like, if you ever met Memphis Bleek, no problems, cool vibes, the whole nine. When dudes in Chicago checked him over, tilting his hat, that's because he don't know no better. He saw Jay do it, but Jay ain't gonna be outside in the streets going to no McDonald's. Jay let y'all go through that. He let y'all be sacrificial lambs. Everybody tried to battle Memphis Bleek when they go hit a club because they thought he's an MC. Bleek an MC like that. He's not. He's really just a hype man for Jay. Like, they had to make this dude work. They had to send him home. So they like, dude, you can't be on tour. You wildin'. Go back home and finish your album. Go back home and finish your album. Go back home and do some work. They had to force you to work. You was almost, 40-some years old, out here trying to do shows for $2,000, $3,000. And your wife, Bleek, came up to you and said, what is you doing? Your best friend, your right-hand man, has just did a deal to make him worth over $1.2 billion. And you over here going to somewhere in Ohio to do a show for like $2,500, arguing with a promoter who ain't give you all your money. Like, what are you doing? Your own wife had to get you, like, go call that man and go see if there's some investments or things you can get involved in that he can help you out with. So you had to, hat in hand, go up into Jay's office and say, Jay, I can't do this no more. Is there any investments that you got? And Jay said, I got you. I got this thing called Ace of Spades. Why don't you go sign up with Ace of Spades? And he slid Ace of Spades across the table. If he didn't slide Ace of Spades across the table, there was nothing he had coming. Yeah, and that's what he told him, and that's when he's flexing. Now we got Deuce, we got Ace of Spades. I'm like, Jay is gonna sell all that. Hopefully you got enough you can cash out and you can get into some other things because Jay gonna sell all that. Jay-Z didn't even want him to do the podcast and use the Rock name. He wanted you to change the name. But you his right-hand man. No, Tata is right-hand man. Tata got everything, and Tata had a record label before you. Tata had everything before you. That was his right-hand man. Tata ain't never spit a rap a day in his life. He ain't tell Tata, here, Tata, learn this. No, Tata brother was he was way bigger than Tata and way more fierce and way more known. Yeah, the pepper spray dude. He only like 5'2". He'd have got knocked unconscious if that had happened here in Chicago. That would have not happened in Chicago. They was in New York. They did that. Shoot, Kale's got people that was ready to go to war then. There was people in there with guns, but they had their laser pointers. They was putting those laser pointers out there, pointing them at R. Kelly and all that stuff. So that's when Kales was like, hey, man, these dudes got guns. So he wasn't making all of it up to get out the concert. But when you keep messing up the shows, touring with Kales is a whole different animal. A lot of people got into it with Kales because he want everything to be perfection. He want bigger dressing rooms. Everybody remember him and Neo blow up because Neo was embarrassing him every show. You know, he had the best show performance, and R. Kelly couldn't be outdone, so he wanted Neo off the tour quick. You can't outshine the headliner. You keep doing that, you're gonna be at home. So my thing is, Uncle Murda done told these dudes countless times, like he got it from the soil. None of y'all was checking for Uncle Murda, even when all these records is out. Uncle Murda couldn't even go by his name, dog. Uncle Murda had to change his name to Lenny Grant. He had to go as Uncle M because sponsors didn't want to touch him because his last name was Murda. Uncle Murda. Once they hear that Murda, they was like, oh man, we We trying to get you a deal, but it's too sensitive. Who is this Billy Goat dude? What part you disputing, Billy Goat? Bleek got the right to defend himself. Flunky behavior. He was never mentioned. But the same thing with Ja on that plane. He's not original G Unit. What is original G Unit? Anybody who was in G Unit wasn't original G Unit if you wasn't Yayo, Banks, and Fifth. That's original G Unit. But would you say Buck wasn't G Unit? Would you say Game? Well, Game really wasn't G Unit. He was a G Unit group. That's how they looked at it. He just rode the wave of G Unit to try to build himself up. Billy Goat don't know anything about the military. He think a mess hall is just jail. Memphis Bleek had never been to jail. Let me tell you that. This is what I'm talking about. This dude came straight from his house. Now, I didn't even want to be, because Bleek is a good dude. I didn't even want to embarrass the man. But who do you know that's cool with Jay-Z? That roll with Jay-Z everywhere he goes, right? He roll with Jay-Z. And as soon as he roll with Jay-Z, he come home from tour. He go back to the Marcy Projects. And as soon as he go to the Marcy Projects, at this time, Jay-Z got Blueprint out. Blueprint. Jay-Z is 4, 5, 6, 7 albums in, multimillionaire. Memphis Bleek goes back home to Marcy. One dude from Marcy comes back from Marcy Project Building. He comes back from jail and he see Bleek with this doggone Rockefeller chain. What? Knocks Memphis Bleek out, takes the chain. Sticks Memphis Bleek up immediately. It was like, oh, this the dude that's on TV and the radio and he the tough guy? Yeah. Look at this joint. Give me all this. Yeah, LB home, baby. Next thing you know, they was like, man, you know, LB juked him. Then he came home, went back on another tour, came back home, same dude, back home again. LB. Got another chain and some more stuff off of him, more jewelry. It was like, man, they got Bleek again. LB got him twice. Next thing you know, he gets arrested and he go to jail. LB went to jail. Did you tell on him? Internet wasn't internet then. So when LB was robbing your ass, so everybody know who was robbing you. The whole Marcy Projects do LB was sticking your ass up. How the same guy sticking you up twice? If anybody from Marcy, you don't remember LB sticking him up? Yeah, I know it's funny, LB. And then LB was getting ready to come back home, and they was like, Bleek, man, you better, it was like Debo, man, you better tuck that chain in, dog. That's crazy. Dude going around Marcy Projects with a Rockefeller chain on. And you was scared to go ask for it back. LeBron got Bleek. My thing is, where's Jay? But see, history repeats itself because the same thing happened to Jay-Z. Jay-Z got robbed in Marcy. And the dude that robbed him ended up going to jail. And this was some little bitty cheap gold chain stuff. LB and probably in Marcy waiting on Bleek to come back. But the point is, everybody I saw next to 50 got way more than anybody in any other crew. Is Banks out here broke? Nope. And if he was, you wouldn't even know it. Young Buck. Buck was out here making millions of dollars. Buck decided he wanted to do crack and chase around Transformer. Boy, shoot, boy, I'll tell you, boy. I was over here eating with Phil, man, but gee. These Transformers is something else, boy. Chicks with dicks. Yeah, boy. And that boy Buck. Can't feel in this motherfucker. We ride or die. Ride or die. Yeah, then Game came in there and he got money. Game came in and sold 5 million records. Name anybody outside of Jay-Z's clique that did that. Kanye was not Jay-Z's guy. Kanye came through with Dame. Dame gave him the deal. He wasn't Jay's guy. Jay never wanted him to make a deal. Phil was trying to make him not look crazy out here. He was like, man, I kept paying to do taxes, man, but how many times I'm gonna pay $250? You just made the money. You know, you gotta put up at least 50%. You know, if you made $500K or $750, you gotta put $250 up for Uncle Sam. I mean, how many times am I supposed to keep paying this man this tab, man? I'm not gonna. You owe me the money, man. You want to get off the label? You got to pay the money, man. You got to pay that money back. You owe me. Right. Yayo sold more records than Memphis Bleek, and Memphis Bleek had Jay-Z all over every damn thing. Jay-Z gave him that song. Is That Your Chick is Jay-Z's record. Jay-Z would have sold 1 million off the single off that alone. I got the original version. The original version, you can hear it right now on YouTube. Because of YouTube, you can find it. I had the original version. So when Bleek version came out, I'm like, wait a minute. He just gave this to Bleek. You knew it was Jay wrote that and just gave it to Bleek. Oh, you like how the white wife beater fit me? M. Dot, him hot, you not. I was like, oh yeah, that's Jay. You can tell Jay-Z whole flow patterns. When he started that M. Dot stuff, yeah, you know that's all Jay writing. I would not want Jay writing for me. I'll be like, that's cool. Let me write what I want. Let me try to reword it. I appreciate you writing this down. I'm gonna talk about so this tells me basically this whole rap is telling me about what I'm wearing right now. Right. I got on the nice crispy shirt. I got a nice white button up. Shirt is tucked. The Avizel jeans. You know, I'm a walk-in. Right. Right. He's S. Dot Carter. Now you M. Dot. Okay. I can't do it. Jay-Z want that writing credit. Of course. Jay-Z, Ghost Rider. And for the right price, I can even make your shit tighter. That's why he say, check the credits. That's where he eating at. He knew early on that's where the money was. But most of these guys don't understand the masters and all of the money is made on that side of the board. I'm like, these old rich white guys is putting y'all, their kids through college off y'all. All right, remember the white girl that had the wedding over in London and it was paid? There was like Tupac royalties paid for her wedding. I was like, oh my God. That was heartbreaking. No, because we don't, this is why they don't promote J. Cole. You see how J. Cole came out and he was going driving the state by state, doing the most dangerous thing he could do, going city to city, selling CDs, physical copies out the trunk of his car. You know that he pressed up. You know why he could do that? Because he owns the masters. He produced it. They couldn't stop him from doing that. That's his music. He got the paperwork for all of it. See, y'all didn't realize J. Cole was producing his own records. He's producing it. And he was the rapper. He wasn't paying himself out of the album. He put all his money back to buying his contract out and buying his masters. He said, no, put this money into this. I'm going to pay for a couple of features. That's why Born Center came out. And it was all business on Born Center. He was like, oh, okay, I see what I need to do. That's why Jay got away from him. He couldn't rob him no more. He was like, damn, I can't rob this little nigga. He didn't learn the game. But Jay the one talking about own your masters. how you gonna own your masters and you only want to give back the ownership to them? Do Bleek own his masters? No. Meanwhile, Tony Yayo and now Murda, they all travel with 50. They make money. They go international and do shows. See, this is why Jay-Z was never a big international artist. This is why Memphis Bleek can't go perform in Zakubak. 50 Cent could do a show all in the European markets. Why? Because he was always showcased over there since his first album. In these countries, he's way bigger than Jay-Z. Way bigger. That's why Jay couldn't go sell out a crowd over there. Most of these countries don't know who he is. They only learned of him once he got with Beyonce. That's when he was able to go and really tour. He can go do a show, but he couldn't go do no whole stadium tour everywhere else unless they want to see Beyonce. They gonna see her. It's the same thing with Dame Dash was like, dog, why do you got your wife cutting your hair and braiding your hair and all that? Like, dog, we know she's your wife. She's 40. Y'all got kids together. It's not a flex no more. Why do you feel you need to flex Beyonce? If I'm Jay, I should be trying to get away from that. Like, this is my thing here. Let me go out here and do this. My family with me, cool. But why do I need to keep flexing Beyonce? Like, I got to show these dudes, like, yeah, Beyonce, she cut my hair. She washed my hair. She your wife. She's your wife, dog. She's supposed to do that. What you trying to say? She your assistant too? That's a downgrade for her. I'm like, I ain't gonna be out there watching my fan base, watching me wash your hair and comb your hair. Is there gonna be a video when I'm on tour, you massaging my feet? No, because if you got a wife, if you got her, you got her. Everybody know it. Hey, that's the flex. You ain't got to flex it in front of everybody's face. They already know it. That's the flex. So what? What's the point? Everybody arguing for? That's why this whole thing is crazy, because what Uncle Murda was talking about was businesses and what he got out of it. By being next to 50, he was able to go and get deals, and other people want to do business with him. Fifth don't have to be there for that. But those opportunities came by being next to 50, 50 being seen with these guys, letting him be around him for these deals. They get to learn and watch. Jay ain't gonna bring Memphis Bleek with him for that. You there to make him look good and come when you want to throw a bone. Like he said, that was a good look for you on stage. It's a good look for you on stage, dog. Jay let y'all come up there and eat for one check. But did he bring all of y'all back out there for his, 3 days Yankee Stadium? Only I believe Bleek was out there. I don't think he brought the whole rock back out. He might have. I don't even remember that part. I remember the Roots concert. He brought out State Property. And Oskino ain't there. And I guarantee you right now, Oski is making more than probably all of them being on the internet without touring. I'm just telling you. Straight up, on face value, that's exactly what's happening. They got a dispensary, but more than that, they got other investments that keep putting, they podcast show does better than Bleek's. You know what I'm saying? Because they relative to the streets more than Memphis Bleek. If you look at Memphis Bleek, he look like a married old dude. You know what I'm saying? That was a square. And ain't nothing wrong with being a square dude who wasn't in the streets, wasn't doing all that. That's cool. I would be that guy. But, Bleek, dude, you was not out there in the grind. You was not out there in the grind, busting guns. You was not this dude. Stop. You got walked into a deal. They walked you to a deal. Nobody was like, man, no A&Rs was checking for Memphis Bleek. Nobody said, let's get this dude signed. That's with Jay. Let's try to offer him. You got a hand meal, dog. You was never in the trenches. So for you to talk to official men like that is crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Yeah, y'all see, y'all know Uncle Murda from the countdowns and all that. You better go listen to some real Uncle Murda. Uncle Murda was not for the radio. Uncle Murda was not for the radio. Uncle Murda reached out to me because I was the one up there playing Uncle Murda all the time. All my YouTube channels, who was I bumping? Uncle Murda. And this is since 2008. Every mixtape. So I already knew he had bumped his head and was going crazy. Yeah, I was like, Bleek, you got to be nuts. Let's look at Sino 10 years ago.
I know you got to leave it since I'm a murderer. Nigga back when lanes get shot, once that trigger get pulled, they want out like AIDS from pain to flow. Mass on niggas like they mashed potatoes. I'm Scarface selling GG to get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
Hey, y'all, homie, don't respect the jokes. Not just the money and drugs, it's like on your toes. Yeah, now what y'all gonna tell his daughter? Daddy died for reaching for his water bottle. I be talking to my gun like what's good with you. Feel like I'm chilling, you taking me to the home.
You already know.
Creep in the all black tile. Work to my mom, I had to shoot out in front of 5-0. Yeah, they got away like I was James Bond. They start beating on my chest like I was King Kong. Yeah, I'm a boss, a leader of dawn. I never ride on my crew like Nicky Bomb. Homie, I'm a stand-up nigga. It's a man down when I man up, nigga. I spank rap niggas on the track like a Jody cousin and baby boy when Jody got dragged. They kid play rappers, I'm a product of Gucci rap. They dance like him, I got the head, my snakes rap.
Hey, so look, I've been listening to Uncle Murda for a long time. And I'm telling you, hey, Murda, hey, dog, all them tracks are hilarious. Whoa, East New York. That's what I'm talking about. Murda was coming with that heat. Dog, he dissed 50 Cent on a song. He didn't care. Murda was out there. If you shoot 50, he gonna diss you on the record. If you shoot Murda, I'm gonna hit you with the desert. Hey, man, Murda was something else, man. I'm listening to Uncle Murda. I ain't care who came out new. He had the right record for the right mindset I was in. Yeah, because rap was getting soft at that time. It was like real soft, and Fifth wasn't really putting out music that much. And I was like, this game ain't got cotton candy right now. Ain't no real talk out here at all. It's just everybody is auto-tuning and love and skinny jeans. And what's going on out here? Everybody a drug addict. I do drugs. Give me some lean and some Molly. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Everybody drug addicts? They was the children of Lil Wayne, man. They were all over the place. And then out of all this madness, I had one guy that was out there giving it to us the real way, Uncle Murda. I was, thank you. I got one person out here that understands this is some bullshit that's going on out here. In New York, it changed. And now look how New York is. It's a mess. You got all these rainbow bright people running around. That's on y'all. I know y'all didn't. Nobody started feeling Uncle Murda till he started doing the wrap up. That's when now everybody know he became a household name. Then I've been talking about him for 10 years straight. My ex will tell you all about it. She was like, if I hear Uncle Murda one more time. All right, that's what I told her. I'm like, I might have to pull Uncle Murda up in this house. But anyway, man, let me get up out of here, man. But that's it. Bleek is tripping, man. He is way out of his zone. Dude, you cannot talk to official men like that. And they beasting you in the game because you got a hand meal. Right. They earned their spot. They grind their way up. You see, people like them, they don't worry about, like he said, dog, if Fifth stop dealing with me, I'm back in the trap. Like, yeah, like, dog, I'm good. I get a couple bricks, I'm back in the trap. They back to what they know. So if they thugging and they come from nothing and they get involved in something, how you gonna tell them, like, threaten them, like, right? How you gonna threaten them and tell them anything? They can go back to the streets. It's nothing. But Bleek can't go back to the streets because he ain't from there. He the guy to hang out there and smoke. You wouldn't get no money in the streets. Stop. Play your position, man. All right, I'm out.